DaBruh Podcast, episode 6. Let's go. What's good? What's good? We are back. DaBruh Podcast, episode 6. I am your host, KC. This is my co-host.
J Moon, what's going on? AKA Pimp Juice, AKA Can I spend the night tonight and for 3 weeks straight? Because I'm really not trying to go home.
Today we got a special guest in the house, my guy CT, and he's going to be explaining. He got an event going on in the A-Town. CT, go ahead and say something to him.
What's good, everybody? I'm CT, by the way, from Alabama. Been living in Atlanta for about 6 years. And this year in Atlanta for June 19th to be precise, we're going to start a whole movement. I'm having an event called Juneteenth Culture Explosion. And it's different from everything else out there because, like everyone else, no offense to them, most people are using the holiday to pretty much promote their own business. They doing expo, book signing, and slap Juneteenth on them, but now it's time for us to celebrate our day. We actually have a day that we can celebrate. Shout out to Juneteenth ATL. They started doing this in 2016. I gotta pay homage to them. But in Atlanta, nobody's doing it on Atlanta nightlife. And so this year I'm doing it. And like when they asked, they said, "What you doing? You doing a pop-up shop?" I said, "Hell no. We are actually partying. We're celebrating the holiday for what it is." And so the reason why I call it culture explosion is because everything about our culture is very contagious. Everybody's biting our way. Everybody want to ride our way. But at the same time, people hate us. I hate to say it like that, they hate us. And so it's a HBCU style party. And what it is, I'm calling out all people that went to HBCU. If you didn't go to a HBCU, that's part of the black culture. And I want us to represent everything that stand out about us, about the historical black college, about the Greeks, about everything that make us special. I got Red Sample on the ticket. And right now, they the hottest ticket in Atlanta. They do the tubas and the drum, and they're going to be giving us an HBCU-style performance. Because 2020, it robbed us of an HBCU experience. No tailgate, no classic, no homecoming for those people that used to go to the AU Center back in the day when Clark and Morehouse had it jumping. And, of course, everybody going over to the Spelman to see what's up. So we just pretty much bringing that whole vibe back. It's me and my team of people. Because once again, going back to the main purpose of it is that we want to give a rejuvenation to our people. Let us know that we have a purpose. Let us know that we're a reason to celebrate. And just like today's episode talking about that black dollar, let's put power behind our dollar and put it into us. We had to keep it going into us. Just last month, we had a lot of us celebrate Cinco de Mayo, which means the Day of the Dead, 5th of May. And that's how the Mexican culture, they pretty much how they honor their ancestor. But when you go into every Mexican restaurant on Cinco de Mayo, you not saw one Mexican.
Exactly.
Not none.
That's crazy.
it, it is, but we up in there, we spending the
We in
money.
there spending the money, getting drunk,
Exactly. No purpose behind it. A lot
no
of
purpose.
because a lot of us don't even know what it mean, man. And no offense, because I partake in in the festivity 2 years ago, but 3-4 years I've been saying we need to do Juneteenth. We need to do Juneteenth, but never put no action behind it. So last year, in the midst of the pandemic, I did it at my house. The reason why I did it because I was pissed at the situation I saw that happen with George Floyd. And then
Yeah.
here it is, they coming on TV telling us have it Juneteenth, and I'm just like, they doing it to slapping our face to say y'all don't know about it. So what I did was, man, I did a seafood broad. I had all my family and people come out. The folks that I kick it with, the folks that I love, we came out, and even my community came out and supported. And right then and there, the vision was being developed. I did not know what was going on. It was just something just like, hey, do it for the people, do it for your culture. Put a
Yeah.
purpose. Let them know we're going to party with a purpose. We celebrate with a purpose because we don't give enough love to us.
Exactly.
We really don't. We don't give enough love to us. We'll do everything else, but we don't give us enough credit. We don't get the love to one of us. And then here in Atlanta, Atlanta is the black mecca. Atlanta have a powerful dollar here.
Yeah.
You have a lot of black people that are head of Fortune 500 and 400 company. You have a lot of black landscaping business, a lot of black construction people, but we don't give them a lot of honor. We don't even give them the business that we should be giving them. And one thing we can start by doing it, we can start by celebrating us. start generating that network to keep everything within. And even the reason why I chose to do it at Diversity Event Services on Fulton and Dutch because that's South Fulton. And right now, it's an issue going on in Atlanta where Atlanta's getting ready to divide. Pretty much like North and South. South Fulton, 3 years from now, going to end up becoming its own school system. And you know it's going to be a battle of funds. And I'm looking at it like this. Let's not always run downtown to put that money into them. Let's put it into our own community. And even then, like when June comes, let's start off by celebrating us. Because think about it, we were kids, and we know summertime come. Here go May. Some people June school get out. Some people May school get out. We're like, all right, May here. Yeah, we out of school. Memorial Day barbecue. So when June come, man, I can't wait till the 4th.
Yeah. Nobody says anything about Juneteenth. They ready to party on the 4th.
Exactly. Had the outfit laid out, your red, white, and blue. Yeah, your fresh kit laid out. Talking, I'm gonna kill him. Uncle June got them old fake sandals on, ready to go out there and get it. But the whole time we just bypassing June like it's nothing special about it.
When we had something more, important to celebrate.
Very much.
We missed the whole point.
The whole point. And man, and this year we bring it back because June 19th, that's a day that our ancestors would say that, hey, slavery is over. You don't have to do no more cropping. You don't have to listen to your master. You are now free. So we have something that we can celebrate. And one thing about it, we got a unique way of celebrating anyway. Yeah. When we turn up, we turn up. Prime example, it was our culture that gave life during the pandemic. Look at all the challenges that came from us.
The verses, I even said this. Which city, had the verses in the middle of the strip club during the pandemic? Like what city, did that?
On in Atlanta. On Atlanta. What they had about 9 million views on that one?
That's what I'm saying. I think that was like the most views.
That was right now, but the most views. It broke that open. Even when it came to the DJs across the world, even here in Atlanta, they gave us something to do during the pandemic. It showed the perseverance of the black culture.
Exactly.
We worse than a roach. You can't kill us. You can do anything you can want to, but you can't kill us. We're going to always rise, even just like when it comes to hip-hop. All that mumbo jumbo with all of you to say back in the day, hip-hop going to die. Well, disco died.
It's basically like pop right now. It's the most popular genre right now.
Exactly. And we are our own genre. Pop had no say-so over this, so we are our own genre because it never died. It kept reinventing itself. Just like prime example, Atlanta. You had Atlanta bass music.
Yeah.
Then you had Atlanta snap.
Yep.
Right there with snap, you had trap. And before snap and trap, you had crunk. And even
if you really don't realize, it's all the same shit.
Yeah. The same.
It's all that feel good, that upbeat stuff. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm, but
a lot of people don't remember bass music.
Exactly. And even then,
Rocky the Dream. Like, man.
Even Hitman Sam back then, a lot of people know.
Oh my God, bro.
Out there, he was out there in Mechanicsville.
Yeah.
We definitely going back in the history. I just want to say, because good grief. Man, I can remember all that, even as a young kid. What?
Come on. And look, that's the whole thing with the culture explosion they're gonna do with that Juneteenth party. We representing everything.
Everything.
All the way back, man. I'm talking about we even gonna embrace from ATL bass, Miami bass, bounce music, the Midwest, going back to the old Detroit rapper, the Memphis 10 rapper when they used to do the gangster wall. We even taking all the way back there.
Oh yeah. Hey, we was just listening to some putting them on some of that old 8-ball MJG.
When we do after the podcast, we always
just go back and we just take it back, man. We was in here Pimp C, we was UGK, we took it to 8-ball MJG, and I was telling people, man, the South had really had something to say back then, man.
Oh, for real.
Really did.
Cause we would just watch. One thing we do after the podcast is me and him. When I was like, man, we need to get like a camera crew. We just be kicking it, like the behind the scenes shit. But that's all we listen to, like the old music and shit. Like we vibe to that, like 8-ball MJG, of course, 3-6, of course 3-6. Who else? I don't remember.
Like I was telling him, I said 3-6 really started the crunk music for real.
Yeah, he did say that. Actually, no, he's right on that. 3-6, that's like 95, 96, I think, when they started that.
Around like that area right there, 'cause they kind of had like the demon sound. They were the first Tear Club Up crew.
Club, but that's what I'm saying. Tear the club up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. And so going back to, not to really to harp on this some more, but just to get back to the main point, that's the whole point of Culture Exploded, to embrace what make our culture so unique and why it won't die. And why everybody want to bite the sound and why everybody want to be like us, but at the same time they hate us. Because I be the first one I always tell people, we're God's people. A lot of people know we're God people. When God spoke to Abram at the time before he came Abraham, not to get all biblical, but he just let them know, just know for sure your people will be in a foreign land for over 400 years and they'll be treated harshly. Mm-hmm. So what that tell you right there, even though they like to say the negative things about us, but to go back to it, that will exemplify our strength. That's why we have so much strength. That's why we're able to do so much. And that's why now is the time to really say, hey, we're about to embrace us. We're about to celebrate. We're not skipping over this. 'Cause even like now, everybody getting ready for Memorial Day. But at the same time, that's all cool. But in June, we have a big celebration. You know what I'm saying? A celebration of us. A celebration of everything that made us great. And that's what we're gonna do because
you trying to make it normal for people like, man, I can't wait for June.
Yeah,
that's what we need to do. We need to fuck up Memorial Day. I'm ready for June.
Yeah, man, and for Memorial Day we give homage to the soldiers that have gave their life in the war.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. A lot of people don't really know what Memorial Day is, and that's really for we paying homage to the soldiers that have passed on, that have fought and died for this country. And then just like Labor Day, we pay homage to the workers.
Workers, yeah.
But with this summer right here, Juneteenth is about to be the highlight of the summer. Culture Explodes. Because the thing about it, this is going to grow bigger than a Freaknik. Because like I'm telling you, we're partying with a purpose. That's why I put the line up together with the Red Sample and DJ Popo. Mm-hmm. DJ Popo is Atlanta's hottest secret right now. He recently killed, about 3 weeks ago, Killer Mike birthday party with 2 Chainz T.I. They was up in there and he killed it. And then when Killer Mike was like, Cannon might have to get another DJ. I'm about to steal him from Old Lady Gang. So, the boy is bad. So, when I first had the vision for Juneteenth, I literally saw the venue. I saw him at the DJ. I saw Red Sample at the band because they've been doing a whole different type of performance. They just don't get up there, sing, and play the instrument. They make you have a whole experience, once again, that black culture. You know what I'm saying? Make us so unique. Like, we stand out. Even everybody, once again, going by with everybody like a bill. So I'm just like, these guys represent what I want to do for Juneteenth. All of them. Even the venue is owned by black people. Right here in Southwest Atlanta, right here in South Fulton. Right down on FID, right there in Fulton Industrial.
Okay, so for the people that's really interested that want to, join, how can they, get the tickets or, all that? How can they do that?
Okay, they can follow me on Instagram at d.entertainer09. The link is on my Instagram page as well as Facebook. Facebook, they can follow me at Corey E. Thomas, and I got the link on there. And of course, I'll put my contact information on there where they can contact me directly on how to book.
Okay. Because that sounds actually really cool. I ain't never actually heard nobody doing that. So for y'all to actually be the first people to do something like that, I'm actually going to attend. So
hey, man. Much love. When I say I appreciate all the love and support. And of course, that's why I'm always support you all, not just because I'm proud of y'all for getting up out of the ground. It was a time where I didn't have the courage to do something like this. And that's why I really just shout out to you all. That's why I'm giving you all so much praise while you're here. Because y'all are doing it. That's the first step, is just doing it. And by you all saying that, I think this is going to, be a big thing, because I'm glad that you all want to partake up in it, because it's going to be something big and the start of something great. Well, people going to be talking about it for years, and they're going to say, I remember where it started. I see where it's going, and it just it's a rejuvenation of our people. That's the purpose that I look at, rejuvenating for us, getting us to be like, you know what, let me love myself some more. Let me love my brethren that look just like me more. Let me realize that I am the standard. Even when I talk to the youngest under me, I teach school as well. When I teach them, I always let them know to say, hey, you don't have to move to nobody else beat. We are the beat. And this not me being on a racial war. It's just me saying, have pride in who you are. Because I like the way we talk. Because let's think about it. Once again, our culture, when you go to Detroit, what up, though? They got their own slang. When you go to Philly, what that Philly slang is?
What's up, young boy?
Yes, I am, boy.
I'm gonna give you the Philly slang. I'm gonna give you the Philly slang. Boy, the joint, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
So what they saying ATL? What the ATL slang is?
You already know what's happening, show. You know what I'm saying? Here he talking about like, you know,
Hey, even just like in New Orleans, you get down to New Orleans, get on thing when they say love. And even just like in Bama, man, we always say where I'm from, Greensboro, Alabama, we always say, what up, bro? You know, we always say, what up, folk, folk. You know, things like that. And we are very country, and our words are very slurred, but just to say, that's us. That's how unique we are.
and it all mean the same thing.
Exactly. No matter where we go, we might go and say, man, y'all the old country. You know, like you said, we time back up there, but you know. But we all relating though. That's what unique, and then we all have the same struggle. We all have the same struggle. And we just like Frank. Go ahead, my brother.
That's just like you get on Instagram, you be looking at memes, and you just be like, God damn. Everybody can relate to the same goddamn thing. Everybody mama said the same shit.
Yeah, like you go in the store, you better not hit the back of my feet with that cart now. And when you get up there, hey,
Better not ask
nothing. You get up here, your ass better not ask for nothing. I mean, not nothing. And I'm about to go in here and put this money on this phone bill because in your name anyway. I'm like, shit, can I get a head start? And like, you talking about it's in my name already?
Already, I already got bills in my name.
The whole apartment in my name.
Damn.
Hey, then get grown trying to get your credit score is a 480. You cannot put this bike on layaway during Black Friday.
Black.
You like, you got an apartment. I ain't even moved out yet. I got an apartment.
Who the hell gave Terry Wayne my own Social Security number? Talking about we gotta help him out. What they say? What you talking about? Man? You know, talk to me. I ain't signed no agreement on this. But even just like now, man, we up here displaying this raw talent right here. Yeah, I mean this raw talent going back to it. Cause even then, you know, shout out to the MC that we got for the Culture Expo with Aaron Pastor Arnold. He been doing day parties in Atlanta for a minute, and you know, just to his pedigree, he's a graduate of FAMU University, and he also left a successful job. Not to get into all this stuff, but just to pay homage to him. Left a successful job, went and did an internship following Patrick. He actually worked for Diddy for free for probably about like 5 years. Matter of fact, he was one of the one that was on 8-Ball MJG team when they first transitioned to the new Bad Boy South at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And so, you know, that brother, he's going to be there. And the first thing he said, man, I rock with what y'all doing, and I'm with it. And even everybody like, this is something different, but this is something needed. And just like the whole motto is, we celebrating with a purpose. Yeah. And like I said, HBCU style. And one thing about a HBCU party, we don't stop. We get it in. That's why you got Ricky Smile and Steve Brown. They make them jokes about the band. Your PWI band and your traditional black band. That's right. We got a whole nother different way that we stir it up. At Burning Man, you say we're going to stir it up like motherfucking cough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make it good and strong, but it's going to keep you wide awake. Yeah.
Sound like a very live event.
It is, man, because I ain't even going to lie. That's, as one of my frat brothers told me, said, man, you don't give yourself enough credit. You know how to entertain and host, but at the same time, this event is not even about me. It's about our people.
It's about us.
Cause like I'm the type of person, but I come around, I want you to have fun. I want you to feel love. Because at the end of the day, we had to love one another during that pandemic, man. That was the whole point. We had to keep pouring that love into one another. And when I did that Juneteenth event at my house, what made it so special, I just saw how God was really just pouring into it. Out of my two neighbors, man, $80 was coming in and said, hey, man, go get some more crab leg. And I'm just like, I just want y'all to come out have a good time. One of the bartender that we used to know, she came, because, you know, Father Day that weekend, too. And she came in and brought probably about like 4 cases of beer saying, y'all daddy just don't get y'all just due. And I'm just like, wow, look at the love. And I looked around, I'm like, look at all these people. And then I'm just like feeling that love, and I got to keep this going. But didn't know how, didn't think nothing about it. I was just looking at like, next year I'm going to do it again at my house. But I will be honest, there were people around me that sparked this fire. They were just like, well, you can do this. And I'm like, I really ain't caring about it like that. But it was something that just came to me, like I said, that vision. God gave me that vision. I saw it all and I said, hey, went to my partners because I say, let's do this. They were like, I rock with your vision. Let's get up out of the ground. And so here it is. Everything is 100% booked. When I say everything is 100% in place to rock it, because after this right here, Atlanta and neighboring states are going to be like, I'm ready for the culture explosion. I'm ready for that Juneteenth culture explosion. I'm ready for a Juneteenth event. And the whole goal led to the sparking nationally. To really get us to the energy that we put in everything else, Cinco de Mayo, 4th of July. Let's put that energy into Juneteenth, our own personal holiday. Our day now, a day of overcoming. Because one thing about it, it's like, I'm going to use this for example. You know how we always like to talk about those rad rich store, those hood store, and how we, when Raw was like, talking about we got it out the mud. Yeah. Now it's time to get it out the mud with our people. Let's get our holiday out the mud. Yeah. Let's uplift it. And when we think about let's really uplift that same energy, and there's no shot to anybody, but it's just like Atlanta nightlife, never. And we like to say Atlanta the Black Mecca, which it is. Yeah. But why we not pushing that on the night scene?
True enough.
And if Atlanta put its stamp on it, it go viral.
Yeah.
And this what it about to do, because one thing about it, about to show Atlanta what it is. And the whole goal of this is not to impress, but it to impact. That's why I wasn't looking at the location of it. Because if I go somewhere, say for instance, if I go to Oak, and the God and the truth, I really did have want to go to Oak. But if I have that at Oak, people look at Oak. They don't see what's being done. Oak just having something. Yeah. So now I'm going to divergent event services and got it looking like a lounge, which it is set up like a lounge. It really is a lounge. You're going up a hill in a black area, a black neighborhood, but you see these black professional people that loving one another, that enjoying themselves, that is turning up and having a good time for our ancestor. You're like, damn, this what they doing? This how they doing? The presentation of it, I rock with it. So I'm coming back because I know it's going to grow to a point where they're going to go out of here, but everything going to stay in the black area of Atlanta. So I'm putting out there now, we keeping everything in the black area of Atlanta right there. We're not going to take the money outside of South Fork. We're going to keep it there. The purpose is going to stay there. Because if the city already want to divide, let's go ahead and grow up. And not only just grow up, but let's go ahead, going back to it, let's get our holiday out the mud. Like, we about to celebrate us.
Yes, sir. Let's get this holiday out the mud, man.
Sir, you got the mic. You got anything else before we go? You the guest.
Man, I'm just happy to be here. Yeah. Nervous at the same time.
Don't be nervous.
There's nothing to be nervous about, man. But hey, if you ain't nervous, I mean it ain't big enough for you.
Yeah, I respect that. I appreciate that.
But then again, let them know where they can get these tickets or where they can reserve, a section or, all that. Let them know where they can get that information at again, man.
Gotcha. You can get the information on Eventbrite. You can type in Juneteenth Culture Explosion. It started at 7 p.m. and it end at 1 a.m. And the early bird special ticket is going on right now for $20. Table reservation going for $50. And with the table reservations, you get 3 people in under that reservation. 3 people be seated at the table. The VIP session is going for $300, and with the VIP reservation, you get 6 people in under that reservation. You get a complimentary bottle of liquor. And I can't believe I left this out. We are serving free food at the event.
Oh, shit.
We feeding the people. Because one thing about it, man, you can't ask nobody to come out if you don't truly break bread with them. And that's what we doing. We breaking bread for the people. Even the drinks that we selling, we not even hitting them over the head. Somebody want all beers $5, all mixed drink at $10. And we already know you go anywhere to $14 to $16. Even just like when you get hen, it's $14 a shot. You don't get hit over head, but we expect that. But this is our way of showing the people to say, hey, I love you and I respect you for coming out, rocking what we got going. And that's the whole point, is just to show people good time and show the people love, because nothing is trying to get over the head. It's really just like, hey, Let's get our holiday out the mud. Let's celebrate with a purpose. Let's celebrate us, and let's do it the black culture way, which is HBCU style. Just like how we rep all the other teams. I don't care if people ain't been to a HBCU. Rep your HBCU, because the whole time I'm there, I'm repping Alabama State. I'm repping KSI. I'm repping everything about the black culture. I ain't, I'm letting loose, because at the end of the day, I appreciate my ancestors saying I'm not gonna die. One day, my seed is going to be free. And so, to give y'all a little insight, what really made me want to do this, season 4 of Blackish, episode 1, they did a Juneteenth episode. And then they did a skit.
Yeah.
And then the skit, they did a skit called Freedom. And it was saying, like, no slavery no more. No more listen to massa. Goodbye to white folks. But the end of that skit, Anthony Anderson, he bust open his shirt and it said, I am my ancestor, wildest dreams. And that sparked me to start my company, Wildest Dreams Achieved. And part of that is Juneteenth culture explosion, because right now, the wildest dream is really about to be achieved. Right now, it's already achieved for what we doing right now, for what you all are doing.
Yeah.
And what's getting ready to take place. Going back to the beginning, shout out to those in Galveston, Texas. They been doing it. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Dallas. They been doing it. Shout out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, for they been teaching that in their school system. They been know about it. So now I look at Atlanta as Atlanta is the high spot that's gonna certify it. And like, let's do it. And the whole way we gonna certify, we gonna do it in a humble way. Because I'm a firm believer in not everybody is always at the top, not everybody flat. Sometimes you really had to get your hand dirty and be in a place where it can attract the right people. Where real people come, real authentic people come. Anybody can come around when they look flashy, because just like this not a flashy holiday right now.
Yeah.
But this holiday had just as much meaning as everything else. Juneteenth got just as much meaning than the next holiday coming up during the summer. Because it's about a race of people that persevered, that made it through all of that. And they always say, if I Won't Complain was a phase, we'll put Chadwick Boseman up there and our answers.
So that leads into our next segue and our next topic, and that was really good. CT, I plan on buying the $20. Actually, I might buy the 150.
Man, do what you do, and I'll take care of it. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we support. I'm not asking for no freebies. We support. So yeah. So our next topic we're gonna go into would be supporting the importance of supporting the black business, as you can see down there at that little ticker. I mean, you kind of let that segue leads right into this topic as far as what it means of the importance of supporting the black business. What I mean by that is, get to know what black businesses you have in your area. Like there's certain stores, certain hair care places, even banks. I know what is that? Region is a black owned bank. Well, it's sort of black owned, but it's still one of those black owned banks. I remember Killer Mike saying you guys need to go out and support those black owned banks because they don't get enough money into it. They did. There was a study did about not the culture, but like the demographic of black people and the black dollar. They say the black dollar doesn't stay in black neighborhoods.
We spend it.
We spend it. And
we spend it with everybody else. We don't even keep it here.
Yeah.
As soon as we get money, we go spend it with, with the Asians, with, getting the hair done, chicken wings. It's crazy that Asian people, they do everything that black people love to do. They sell everything that black people love to do.
Yeah.
And they move right in our neighborhoods.
Yeah, and we allow it. Not saying that we can't force them out, but I'm saying if the power of the dollar is so strong, we should really use that power of the dollar by supporting these businesses that are black owned. Now there's a lot of people that say, well, what if they're not doing good business? Then that's your prerogative if you don't want to go deal with them, but overall, you should still make it a point to go out and find these black businesses. When we go in the city of Atlanta, it's nothing but black-owned restaurants, it's a block full of black-owned restaurants. I remember I went to what's that? Slutty Vegan. Slutty Vegan's a black-owned restaurant. I didn't know that strip was full of like just vegan spots though, and they all black-owned. So we just gotta make ourselves knowledgeable about these businesses. I mean, and it's important too because a lot of the times, a lot of our stuff is watered down. A lot of people don't really want to support it. They feel like, oh, it's not like commercial because it's not well advertised, and I'm like, that's
doesn't matter.
ignorant. That's ignorant.
Yeah.
You said the right thing right there. You know, it is ignorance, and I always say this. I always make reference to how that poison been trickled down from generation, because it been put in our head that we cannot when we really can, because that one word that started with a C, capitalism. That's why they put everything in our neighborhood and do everything and produce everything that we like so we can be a big consumer. Because the thing about it, who can cook soul food better than us? But it's a lot of people don't even know that it's really not that hard to start a business, even though there's a lot of avenues to come through because they make it hard to do that. And that's what Q was talking about in the Platinum Pan, to make it where we don't have to go through those hoops to get those same loans that everybody else is entitled to. Because we can't do it. And you're right. Once we find these black business supporters, that's just like prime example. When you go into Camp Creek and you go into parts of College Park and East Point, there is a lot of black-owned business there. A lot of people don't like to go. Prime example, when the Pizza Bar was up and going, that was a flourishing establishment over there in Camp Creek. Even just like a lot of people go to Sandtown Pub over that way. A lot of people go to the Real Milk and Honey and different other spots like that. Yeah, man, that thing snapping.
Yeah.
But it's nothing but just do it, because the whole thing, they're going back to that poison so real to the day, it make you not want to stick together. Because that's the whole part of other people. They really do stick together no matter what. They can't stand nobody good, but I'm going to support you though. But we always want to call and, tear one another down, not to really get in there and make it seem, but it's going back to let's fill one another bucket up with that love, because what it is that you need.
I like that you said fill another bucket with love, because the saying with black people is we crabs in the bucket. Yeah, we crabs in the bucket.
If black people moved how Mexican people move,
bro, we would it'd be done. It'd be done. They would literally. What's so funny? He said that. It reminds me of the story of Black Wall Street, and it's funny that you were actually. I don't know. Me and CT been going to the same barbershop for the longest. So he was the one that put me on the Black Wall Street. I had no idea what Black Wall Street was, none whatsoever. This is like I think in 2019 or 18, and he brought the story up, and I was like, bro, what is that? He was like, first I was thinking, some ignorant shit. I'm like, oh, you talking about games, the rapper Game, because he used to have a label called Black Wall Street. I was like, he's like, no, Black Wall Street, like. The Tulsa, Oklahoma bombings, and it never got brought up. I never knew what that was, and I was like, damn, I love history, but
I love history too. But it's just like they don't put the real history.
They don't put the real shit in there.
You got to do your own research.
Yeah. So when he brought that up, I started looking into it, and then when I started looking into it, I'm like, oh, this is fucked up. Like this is some fucked up shit. And then what's so funny is, I think it was the same year. There's a TV show that came out on HBO. Called The Watchmen. The Watchmen is like based off of a comic book movie, or a comic book itself, and it was a movie before it. And The Watchmen was not based off of, but the setting was in Tulsa, and they actually talked about the Oklahoma bombings in detail. And if you haven't watched The Watchmen on HBO, check it out. Get HBO Max or whatever. But it really gives you kind of like a rundown. And even you start to see more shows like Lovecraft. Lovecraft actually. There was a point where they went back in time and went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and talked about Black Wall Street and how it was driving black businesses. But, powers that be didn't like that shit because it was thriving, and black people thriving in America is just like a threat for whatever the fuck reason. So it's hate. But this is the importance of why we need to come together and support each other, as opposed to just, I don't want to do this with him. I don't know. He ain't got no rap. I'm like, bro, that's ignorant, and it's for us to understand that you got to get over that mindset to say, I don't want to support him because I ain't trying to. He ain't affecting you. My biggest issue with people is that if it's not messing with your bottom dollar, you should still support regardless.
Feel like you should support because that money goes back into your community. It's for your community anyway. Once you support. And have you ever seen that show with Killer Mike? I think he had a show on Netflix. I think it was
Yeah, I know what you're
called
talking
Trigger
about.
and Warner. When he tried to buy black a whole day, he couldn't drive a car because there's no black on car company. He couldn't. He had to ride a bike. He couldn't use a cell phone. Well, eventually he found like somebody that a black owned company that was selling phones, but we don't even own stuff that we need day to day.
That's crazy. And then even the hair care products, like I pay attention to a lot of stuff too. They were talking about another show on HBO called I forgot, The Daily Show. Guy was talking about black hair products. He was saying that there weren't, before black hair products, they were just regular hair products. They weren't really advertising to black people. And even on even in the movies and the TV shows, the beautician or whatever the fuck, they go and they wouldn't even know how to treat black people's hair because it's different. It's not straight. It's just,
Naturally curly.
natural and curly. So
Hair defines gravity.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, like stuff.
If you go outside, you know what I'm saying, your hair look like a tree or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So cases like that, but
White think we need to go outside and get sun.
Yeah.
Sun gazing.
And the key thing that you said about that stand out, you said natural. That's power. That we can withstand a lot of things. Once again, that's power. And a lot of time, people are naturally scared of God-given power. And that's why. And if they keep it unknown, they feel like it won't go. But like I said, it's something that you can't keep unknown. Even then, when we talking about all of this, somebody black was behind that. And you go back to the 48 laws of power in that book. Law 1 say, let somebody else do all the work and take all the credit. Let me bite Kenya Barris real quick in that episode of Blackish. When the grandfather told the kid, he said, let me tell you a story that won't get us killed, talking about how we built this country. And the words nothing it said, we raised their building and raised their children, and they made billions, and I'm catching feeling, really, what it is we build. Railroads, White House, universities. Everything we built, but we get no credit for. Who to say that we didn't create the cell phone? If we looking deep to it, we probably the mastermind behind it.
Yeah.
Can you look
We
at we
did all the work and let somebody take the credit.
that it is, and that's how America was built and put ahead. But little do we know, America really on the downfall right now.
Yeah.
So to pivot back to the black business, the main takeaway I want like our audience or whoever's watching this to take away is that just get familiar with the communities that do have the black businesses and try to go out, not that it's just even going out your way, but you want to know, hey, if I give, I shall receive the same thing. So if I'm out, same way with us, our podcast, we trying to give out to, is I don't want to say it's just geared towards one demographic, black people, but yeah, we here for, to give y'all entertainment. At the same time, we need y'all to support us. We gonna support y'all.
We support everybody.
Yeah, we
Everybody
support
supporting
everybody.
us, we gonna support you.
Yeah, so we ain't here just to benefit off of the backs of other people. We just here to say, hey, we showing love. I'm a generous person. I can be an asshole sometimes, but most of the time I'm a generous person. Like as long as you don't do anything, I feel like, all right.
Yeah.
You trying me now. Now I gotta go out my way and, be petty as fuck. So I don't want to do that. But for the most part, if I got $1, I'll give you $1. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. Like I'll get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I remember times where my boys, I didn't have no money. This is like when I was younger. My boys said, no, we got you. This nigga, we've been knowing each other since high school. I remember he'd look out, he'd be like, oh, mom's just cooked. Like type shit like that. That's why you just stay tight with the people that look out for you. But we gotta do the same thing with each other when it comes to these businesses. Oh, all right, cool. I'll plug you in. You plug me in. Cool.
Exactly.
So that way it's a rotation. That way we too busy. We too quick to run to the corporate shit and be like, nah, we want to go Hollywood on these niggas. Like, Fuck, nah, stay with your people.
Let's get it out the mud together, man. Let's get it out the mud together.
Yeah, you so quick to sell out. I'm like, bro, not sell out. I don't want to say sell out because
Speak your truth.
because we get selling out diluted. Like when we say, oh, brother sold out, he ain't. We can't use that anymore. That selling out shit is like done. We gotta say, all right, he going on to what he doing, but just don't forget. And ain't nobody telling you go back to the hood and get back to the hood. We telling you, hey, bro, just don't forget your roots. Don't be acting brand new. I don't care. Just don't go out your way to insult people. That's the biggest thing. Just don't go out your way to say, oh, I don't fuck with them. Da da da. Like you hear stories about superstars saying shit like, I don't do that with them, such and such. I'm like, bro, you ain't even had to go out your way to say that. Like, just support your people and then leave it at that. Like, it's too much cutthroat. I see it a lot. It's way too much cutthroat, and it's like we beating a dead horse with black people. It's like we always trying to go at each other's neck for what? It's so much money out there, bro. Like we all can get the same amount. Like,
Same thing. If you can do it, I can do it. And I feel like, if we support him, we can go ahead and pass that down to the next generation, and they can pass it down to them, and we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like somebody said, I feel like we doing our, as long as we support and we running our race. You know what I'm saying? We put our leg in the race, and then we gonna leave it to the next generation. They can, leave their leg in the race and pass it down to their kids and stuff like that. So, as long as we doing what we supposed to do, and we just, pass it to our kids and show them what to do.
That is true, because, when we, like, going back to when we continue to pour on one another, like, let me show you how to do it. You don't have to depend on my company. I can teach you how to build your company. Then when we come together, we still can do something with both brands on it. Then when we get ready to branch off, you already have yours established, and that is a good way. And then when somebody elevated, and you right, you hit it right on the head. You said we dilute that sell out too quick. A lot of time when we quit to say sell out, mean we don't understand what that person doing. That person that elevated and found a better way of how to go about it, and he's getting ready to get to that point to show you how to do it. Like prime example, when you play chess, the game of chess is a thinking man game. Every move is for the setup and the next move. Going back to like when everybody had their misopinion when Jay-Z did his thing with the NFL and the owners and all that. They were like, why he do this? Why he do that? I said, you don't even understand. That man is making a power move. This move is setting up for a next move. And so let me just be straight up how I said, you sit back and you close your mouth and pay attention. And then I'm always quick to say, just like you said, something else that was key. This how we got our leg in a race. Mm-hmm. Until you get off the sideline, watch and learn. Then when you get in the game, play the game the way how I'm going to build and put somebody else up. Mm-hmm. And just like what y'all are doing right now, very instrumental. Because when he sent me everything that was going on for tonight's segment, the first thing I say is power. You know what I'm saying? Embracing the black business that is on. And then everything that we talking about here that is key, because we quit to destroy it by not respecting it. By always finding something to complain about. And sometimes just show a little respect. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I understand what you're doing. Sometimes you got to do that. You don't know who's having a bad day, but the thing about it, sticking together mean at all costs. Yeah. Everybody don't do that. And you know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We don't stick together at all costs. A lot of times just letting out for me to piss on what you got. But instead of me pissing on you, let me see how it is I can help you out in the way I can. Because I'm very big on like that. What I can't do, I might know somebody that can do it. Because we are all linked to a chain that is going to connect before it's over with.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, that was a good point. That was a great point. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just got to get out there and make sure, hey, you don't shit on. I understood what Jay-Z was doing, too. Jay-Z's done a great point about Jay-Z. Take it back to what you said. A lot of people from the outside looking in see Jay-Z might be. It really all depends if you think, he might be a snake or whatever the case may be. Jay-Z's the smartest businessman ever. He's probably one of the smartest businessmen just in our generation, because he's done a lot of stuff. He's helped a lot of people, but doesn't talk about it. Same way with Jordan. A lot of people might think Jordan don't really mess with black people because a few things that leaked out about what Jordan said about rappers or whatever, and they instantly take that and saying, oh, you don't fuck with the culture. That's the thing we like to do. We like to say,
And that's the thing, huh? Like you saying, like what I don't like is just because I'm not on Instagram posting what I'm doing don't necessarily mean that I'm not doing anything. And that's the day and age that we in. People feel like because you're not, all in the face, showy. And I feel like a lot of times a lot of shit be fake too, with people
But you,
showing fake love and stuff like that. But I feel like you know what I did. I ain't got to tell everybody what what's going on.
but you,
So
you gotta understand though, it's two levels though. So you gotta play the game. I learned this. I don't know where I learned this from. I think my time at the company I'm with now. You gotta learn to play the game. So the whole stunting on Instagram, showing the money. For the surface level people, you gotta kind of pander to the lowest common denominator. That's what people do that shit. Now you got cats that's Jay-Z level and Diddy level. They ain't gotta do that shit. They so far ahead. They like same way when
what's the point?
we talk about when I know the conversation that come up when you get talk about old white people with money. They always walk around and just bummy shit, and that's generational wealth, my G. Like, the fuck is we saying? Like, they ain't gotta prove nothing to you.
I don't have nothing to prove to you. I know what I got in my bank account.
Yeah.
Why I gotta buy a big watch to let you know I got money? I know what I got.
Yeah, but again, it's to appease the masses, and the masses is we want to see the flashiness. But again, we got a lot of these. I mean, when we talk about rappers, we talk about athletes. A lot of them didn't come from shit. They came from poor. Like they didn't even. I guarantee you, all of us in the room didn't realize at some point we were living below the poverty line. We had oodles and noodles. He's fucking eating Vienna sausages. I know I was eating Vienna sausage. I was like, this shit is poor. Like, bro, this shit you ain't supposed to be putting this shit in your body. This shit lasts for 10, 15 years, bro. You serious? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Food stamps, like, come on, bro. Like that shit, we knew, but again, we persevere as adults. That's how we gotta do.
They do this to please like people buy these big houses and don't nobody care.
Yeah.
People only gonna come over what twice out the year, 3 times out the year.
Soldier Boy
And you bought
challenge.
Huh?
Soldier Boy challenge.
Just buying a big house to please everybody else, and like I said on the last episode, don't nobody give a fuck.
None whatsoever, because the grades are all the same side. But going back to it's maturity when you get to that point, like you talking about Hov and Diddy. During that time, social media wasn't a bit present in the 90s. When the internet at the time was still dial up. You hit all the noise. Bell South was the company to be. It was the company to be back then. And so even like now, just like when Hov dropped that 444 album, he was talking about how they put the money to it, and he said it's a disconnect. And you're right. And because I'm gonna speak from a personal point of view right now, I don't have a big social media present. Even like right now, this is out my comfort zone, but.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off. We said that yesterday. I said even like holding the phone to my face, trying to make videos, taking pictures of myself. That's out of my comfort zone. Like I said, the only reason why I'm on social media is because we have to promote this. This is big.
I'm an in-person kind of person. I don't do social. I like to talk to you face to face. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, likewise, I like to live in the moment. And
I like that. No, I like that. Yeah.
Cause like even while I'm doing this now, man, it's just like because the help to get Juneteenth where it need to be Juneteenth culture explosion, the whole holiday as a whole. But going back to that, but in real life, because like I tell my students, I said people on social media they live double lives. It's just like you come from somewhere else and like prime example. Everybody like, yeah, I live in the A. I'm turning up, man. You get down here, nigga. You live all the way down in McDonald's. I hate to say it like that. You just like,
no, that's
yeah,
No, that's like the little, when they say, oh, I live in the A on the south side, that's the cheap look. Like, bro.
Yeah, it's a suburb of Atlanta, but it just when you
south of South.
Yeah. And when you get here, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's why depression is so relevant now, because everybody trying to create an image and to keep up with an image compared to like living your own life.
And then like I remember recently, like I'll be on social media and sometimes I'll be looking like, damn, you start comparing what everybody else doing to what you doing, and then I got to realize, I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck these people doing when they put this phone down.
Hey, that's real talk, because the thing about it, a lot of power moves are made in silence. They're not even advertised. They made in silence. Then a lot of time when you truly grateful, you not even showing it that much, but the people around you know it. Just like prime example, when we get all these cameras, there are people that know Oliver, they know J Moon, they know KC, they know CT in person, and they can actually vouch for like I done seen this. And like it been because for one, I'm not a baller. For two, I'm not even all that. But the main thing, I'm true to myself. And I stay in my lane. I don't get out my lane. Even like this, if this one for a purpose, I wouldn't be doing it. But it's for a purpose because this not even me. I don't even care. And what's so crazy, my line name is The Entertainer. What's so crazy about it, but and I entertain a lot, man. The people that I really run with and I care about it in his zone, and they know when they come over, it's all love. But going back to that, so none of that is being posted. I'd have been on a date some years ago, and the girl, she was just like, why you don't post nothing? At the time, I didn't have a snap. She like, when you don't post nothing? I said, man, I just like living in the moment. But at the same time, truth be told, because that ain't me. But social media is a big marketing tool now. It's a big marketing tool, and that's what a lot of people do. But at the same time, it's the Achilles heel for a lot of people because that thing really do create depression because now instead of everybody running their individual race, they peeking in the next lane and not knowing that the next lane is a delusion. It's a false impression.
Worrying about everything else but what's in front of them. They looking at everybody's plate but what's in front of them.
And I just wanted to add to that too, I'm a sociable person. I ain't with the social media. But that actually segues into our last topic, internet money. Yes, internet money. So if you know how to play the social media game, you can make some internet money. If you know how to, be in finesse, be an internet influencer. Like, bro, this is the first time I ever heard fucking influencer. Like, what the fuck is an influencer, my nigga? Like, I've never heard of that shit before. Like, bro, like,
I'm about to influence you to do some shit. Get up off your ass.
Bro, I am like, okay, I'm happy that we're able to make money or generate revenue off of, just image wise, especially for the women. Instagram being a tool, got these Instagram models. That's the thing. That's good. That's good and all. But it's kind of fucking up everything else when it comes to like realistic views on shit. But I'm not gonna get into that for another story. We talking about internet money, so
getting that bread.
Yeah, you get that bread.
Took their talent to the internet and turned it into revenue. That's what we talking about.
I mean, but internet money just doesn't have to be just Instagram. You can do certain stuff like what we doing right now, podcast live, YouTube. Stop. It's all on the internet. That's what I'm saying. On the internet, we can do a lot of things and then have multiple streams of income from that internet.
The internet just made it where I can just sit at the house and, basically passive income. Basically.
Yeah, you can do it passive, and then some people do it, take it to a point.
Stock right here, and I can be at work. You know what I'm saying? And that's doing that thing. Or like I said, how we upload our videos, people watching them, we getting paid from that, and we still, doing our daytime thing.
Yeah, so I think it's important that we speak on internet money. So there's a lot. Listen, if you at home and you already take the time out to watch all these videos, right? Go ahead and do research. Like, I'm so self-made. Like, I learned so much shit off YouTube. It don't make sense. So much shit off YouTube. I'm so self-sufficient based off of stuff on YouTube. All this little tech shit, like they can't see it, but all this little tech shit, I had to figure that shit out. Like,
and what I tell you, I
had to figure this shit out.
I said, hey, it's gonna be a little minute, but he back there. He gonna get it done, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, anytime I got a question or I want to learn something, I'm YouTubing it.
Yeah.
YouTubing it. Like, shit, when they come out there, anything I got a question on the car, I'm gonna YouTube it. Teach myself how to do it.
That's what I'm saying. YouTube is a great tool, and then also just you gotta figure out ways to again make social media work for you.
Yes.
And then the marketizing, advertisement, marketing, just networking with people. That's one of the reasons too why I'm like Atlanta's a good area. Because if you actually network instead of just bullshitting, because we had, I think one of our first episodes to kind of harken back, we said when people come down here to Atlanta, they come down here thinking shit, sweet, and I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna be a singer, you got to network. You got to be able to walk and eat, talk to people, be sociable. Because people ain't just going to hand you shit in Atlanta.
It's all about putting that groundwork in.
Yeah. So see what you got to say.
Yeah. I agree 100% with y'all saying. You ain't lying. Atlanta is not easy to make if you don't put in that work and also get your face out there and network with the right people. And going back to the internet money, and like we were saying earlier, we were talking about DC and we were talking about other cat. So the user guy right now that is taking off, Curran Claiborne, the voiceover. That dude is funny.
Curran, that sound familiar. Do we do?
He do all. You look on Instagram, the real Curran Claiborne. All of them.
I think I know what you're talking about. During the pandemic, I think he was doing it like. I think I seen the video. Like he was. I think there was like the little Indian videos.
Yeah.
Like I know what you're talking about.
Man,
Yeah, dude funny.
Yeah.
Like a little voiceover. So like it was like basically like people was outside and like the police was just hitting them, and he was basically
Get your
doing voiceover,
doggone self
like,
back in there and put that mask on. Keep with your mask at doggone. And so, and let me tell you something. That dude make me proud to be country, man. I'm from Alabama. He from Mississippi. Those are the words we use back at the crib. Doggone. That's the way not to use the Lord's name in vain. Yeah. So going back to this internet money, man, and I say this, just using these guys as reference. As it tell you in the Bible and Proverbs, your gifts make room for you. And they all using their gift because sometimes we look at that just shooting the shit or talking shit. But like you have some people, they're naturally funny. And surprisingly, when I met a lot of people met me and they were like, nigga, you need to be doing stand-up, boy, you funny. And I'm just like, man. And I'm just like, man, I'm just backyard fun. I'm just backyard ignorant.
Off the top of the head.
Yeah, because you be around people, you get these different characters. But like, and going back to Curran, not on about your gills, how I made room for when you sincerely be you. Like, prime example, when people come from Atlanta, I'm put like this, and mainly when they come from the country, because I'm from the country. And where we from, it's so small, we come back home acting like something different, they gonna let us know. So where we from, you can't fake it. Because everybody know, they know your mama, they know your grandmother, your granddaddy, your uncle that been on all that. So they know everybody, so you can't fake it. And so for him to get on there and you work like doggone it, and he got a doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? She got that booty. You know, he be saying all the stuff, but it be that creative. But that's natural. And it's like being sincere to who you are because you make what you got work for you and you get online. Somebody gonna catch on to us that this motherfucker funny. I'd have set my little fat ass up there one day and watched him all night. He sitting up there to like say love when he be doing what they say in New Orleans. He do this stuff like that. Hey, little daddy, though, she dragging that wagon. But that dude is so funny. So imagine the money he getting in. I just seen one that shows him in Atlanta and his stand up is fire, and he can hold the whole crowd. You know how some people talk shit and they run out. He don't run out. He got a whole act that he do, and he's another internet sensation, just like DC. And DC went to a whole nother level. DC is one of the, you never want to get into a roasting match with DC. And then like DC is the next level king of comedy, just to be honest with you, because he's going up because right now you can't go no other. Oh man, go.
Let's bring my page on Country Wayne, man. I watch his videos faithfully every day. Shout out to my baby Ro. You know what I'm talking about?
And Country Wayne said, "Let that sizzle in your spirit." He said, and I like what Country Wayne be doing too, man. Like how he don't cuss and he get out there and dance and like you said.
I remember Country Wayne, like at first when he was on Facebook, like man, years ago, and I used to sit there, with my girl, I used to be like, look at this video, this boy Country Wayne funny, man. Like, you know another dude that's coming up, Lou Ratchet.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Lou Ratchet, bro. You seen his last video when it was like,
where your mom's at, nigga? I want to talk to her.
But like you could definitely tell he grew up like that. Like his mama had niggas coming over.
Man, look here.
She was like, he'll go to his room if you give him $5.
Yeah.
That nigga said, all right. He said, look, man, you don't want to stay in your room? He said, man, your mom's is special.
Yeah, she's special to me. I want to give her some of that good loving, you know. So, but it's really some conversation that go on like that. I'm saying, talking about like the country area we from, like you hear names like Willie Earl. There added some Willie Earls in the country, and then be like, tell your mom Willie Earl outside, mom Willie Earl ass out here. You bad, but that's really what it is. And they come on there and say, yeah, them bad ass kid go sit down. So well, I'm about to go ahead and shoot that wood to your mama. Now you don't want your mama today when them raw cat they gonna tell you they about to do you, boy. I'm about to have your mama in there hollering. Yeah, like real talk. And then look, but I'm gonna tell you something. This how you fuck that head up when you do this. You ain't had a holler way Mr. Larry had a holler. But you know what I'm saying? That backyard in What? Bitch, you running fucking on me?
Hey, he gonna be in there trying to make you scream.
But got that Vienna side. She said, yo, noodle. Hey, she said, yo, noodle don't do.
Oh, God, bro. Yeah. So, yeah, we too busy talking about comedians we like. I mean, if it wasn't for the internet, though, we wouldn't have a lot of this young talent, like the DC Young Flies, the Country Waynes. We talk about guys that actually utilize their platforms. They always on. Speaking, I mean, I remember when DC Young Fly was first coming up, too. I used to see him on the Vine shit. Like, somebody had showed me. I'm like, who is this nigga? He's like, fuck you mean? Yeah, it's like, what?
The name that he used to be with, it had like the Nike check in the middle of his head. You know what I'm talking about?
The what?
He had a Nike check in the middle of his head. He was a light-skinned dude. They used to be together all the time. I
don't remember him. I just remember DC Young Fly used to have people rolling. But that's what I mean by, like, just if you got tools, all you need is an iPhone nowadays, and that's it. You can go on and just record videos yourself. And then make money off of that. It's a guy, prime example, Drewski. You know who Drewski is? You know,
he the new up and coming.
Drewski made it out of the mud. Like,
he from Gwinnett.
Yeah, he from hometown. Like he definitely did. He got it out the mud, and he just doing everything. He just.
I think he's like, I think he got like a little segment on like Volt TV. With
he do.
Like where
he just go to different celebrity houses and shit. Like, yeah. So you talking about made off in the internet?
On there too though, so you know.
Yeah, for sure. Revolt, come on, go and cut that check. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, what's up, fam? We ain't never bad mouth you, fam. Go ahead, cut that check. You get that pot. But yeah, so.
Podcast on Revolt. What's up?
Yeah, y'all gonna see us in a year or two on that. But hey, yeah, that's what I mean by internet money though. So you can utilize it to the best of your ability. Like I said, everybody just sitting on their phones, and everybody got a short attention span.
Anyhow, get you some money about that, man.
Get you $1. You shouldn't be broke in this day and age. Well, I can't say broke. You should not be able to not make $1 off the internet. It's some way, somehow you should be able to.
So many, like the internet has opened it up to where, you know what I'm saying? I can say, hey, I clean your house for $5.
Fam,
you know what I'm saying? Make money just like that.
Fam, you can. Yeah, people playing video games, streaming.
I could make you a plate. Just take pictures of the food. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start seeing that.
Yeah,
people. People start, you know, they getting smart.
Traveling bartenders.
Got these food stamps. Let me go ahead and start making plates.
Traveling bartenders. I just found out about that because yes,
I never heard of that.
Fam,
call somebody to come over here to make me some.
Yeah, they travel. They or mixologists, or what they call them. Not mixologists. So you hire them, but they advertise on the internet. I found out about it in there. I was scrolling and I seen the sponsorship. I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
You get one of them on the show to tell us about that. Why they mixing up?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mix up. One day we gonna have a drunk podcast. I don't know if you're gonna be around with that.
Yes, I will be.
You got anything to add before we wrap this up?
Yeah, before we wrap this up.
You know, back to like to add to what they were saying about how the internet had made it so profitable for people. You know, once you identify what it is you good at, step out on faith and apply. That's why that day when we was in the shop and you said you started this, and I said, man, that was up. I said, you started it. I said, a lot of people won't start. And then that's the real key right there. Once you identify what it is you good at and you start it and you perfect that craft and you get to the point where you just like, your main competitor is just you. You getting better, you know. And one of the keys to success is when you care less about what other people say.
And I was just about to say that. A lot of times people do worry about what other people, well, what if I do this, what they gonna say? And so they be scared to, you know, start something up. And I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? When he asked me, I was kind of wondering, like, what people gonna think? But I was like, you know what? them ain't them people that ain't, you know what I'm saying, they ain't doing nothing for me. So
Exactly. What they eat don't make you shit.
exactly.
So yeah, that's why. Well, to add to him, I'm gonna give it back to you. So you make sure that everybody got your socials. But yeah, when I started this, when I was like, I brought the idea to him. I was like, hey, let's, because we always had conversations on the phone. We was like, bro, like we have. I won't talk to him. I might not talk to him for like a month or two, but every time we talk, it was like just, bro, what's up? Like just genuine talk. So I was like, bro, we should do something with this. Like we have real nigga conversations, and like it be all some real, like some real candid stuff. We don't be just bullshitting. So I was like, why not? Not everybody else is doing it, but I think we can bring a little twist to it, cause it's just natural. Like I don't have any kind of Hollywood type shit. Nah, we saying what we want to. I'm just letting it fly. Like, but again, I do want this to be a platform for people just to, if they don't know shit, you know, we can bring something to your attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like small shit, but it's entertainment. We still want to, you know, drop something on. You know what I'm saying? Give you some game. You know, not just say, oh, this is just for some dumb shit. No, we gonna give you some game. We gonna let you know what's up. Cause shit, I'm 30. Like he at the end of his 20s.
Sir, I'm not 30 yet.
like at this point, I'm just like, shit. I ain't old head status yet, but shit,
It might be people that's like, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you 30, but 5 years is really a big age gap. I mean, if you think about it, not to me, I feel like, because when I'm talking to somebody that's 25, and I be sitting there like, God damn.
that's what I'm saying. You ain't really lived your life, like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't-
I feel like it's kind of a little disconnect, but you know, we can get y'all right. That's why we here.
That's what I'm saying.
You will run into some cat that's ahead of their time. Like they done been through something that most ain't, and they wisdom is on a whole nother level. And I have ran into some people that were younger than me, but that are 10 times ahead of me in the thought process, just to be straightforward with it. But going back to this, before I go back to my social media handle, I want to shout out, you know, Lion Den's Barbershop, Q&A lawn service that we talking about, black business. The Tavern on Camp Creek, ran by Middle C and Mr. Russell. Blue Cantina, Sandtime Pub, that ran by Miss Jones.
Cantina.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Same owner though.
Shout out to Blue Cantina.
The same owner though. You know, man. You know, shout out to all them black biz, and you know, Q&A lawn service. That's one of my frat brother business right there. And then you know, one of my other partner, he actually, you know, part owner of diverse event services, and also do his insect service where he kill bugs and spray mosquito. He do that in our subdivision as well too. Okay. And so, man, shout out to everybody, you know, all the black entrepreneurs out there. Shout out to you. And once again, you can go on Eventbrite to get the ticket to the Juneteenth Culture Explosion. My social media is Corey E. Thomas on Facebook. On Instagram, d.entertainer09. All the information on there. Go ahead and follow me. And much love and much respect to you all.
All right, guys. Episode 6, The Black Dollar. This has been a good episode. I am, again, your host, KC, joined along with my guy, the other host.
J Moon, and make sure you go out there and support and buy black, please.
Buy black only. Thank you, CT, for coming on the show. I appreciate it, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I do appreciate it. So, again, buy black, and this is Juneteenth.
Turn up, best believe, because I'm going to be out there.
Turn up.
Definitely going to be out there.
So again, guys, y'all see the social handles down there. Make sure you check us on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, all that shit that's been playing. Make sure you go and stream that shit. Download it too, fam. Stop crabbing. Come on. Download that shit, man.
Tomorrow you need to be in your car listening to the podcast.
ASAP.
Like, subscribe, please.
Like, what'd you say? Like and subscribe. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. It helps the YouTube algorithm too. Algorithm. All right, we out there.
Until next week.
Bye.
Bye.